Hello community, I hope you are doing good. In this discussion, we will see how to implement security groups in Windows, action level or views levels or menu levels or as a field level. And in case you missed previous discussion about how to create security groups as a combo box, please check, link is given in the description. And if you want to learn more about Odoo with different topic wise, you can visit the playlist. Under the playlist you can see Odoo development, and here you can see different topic wise playlist available with real task cases. Apart from this, you can see here Python related tips and editor related tips available. And if you need any support, you can visit the about page and you can send your query to this email address. And source code also available in the GitHub, and we have some social media pages you can also follow to get the latest notification. Also, don't forget to subscribe this channel. Let's get to our main topic, like how you can implement security groups in a views level first, right? So here, let me go to here in the school profile, sorry, in the student profile, right? So here, if I will click profile, you can see here ID, create on and created by. These three fields I want to show only those users like who having admin student security access right. Let's say I'm going to settings, users and the users. So here, if you don't know how to configure the parent category, child category, then after the low level groups, mid level groups and admin level groups, please check the last discussion and the link also given in the description. Like let's say I want to show on those fields, those three fields here as a admin level. So this group can see these three fields here in the form view, otherwise another like other rest of the users can't see. So let me do one more thing here. For that, like I'm going to here in the editor, Odoo training, custom add-ons, and here I will try to find out that create UID. You can see the student profile is here and these three fields also available here. I will show you two ways in the front end side. Alright, so for that, like let's say simple, you have to implement the group security groups, right? So for that, you can see here we already created under this one. So as admin level, this group we need to add here, right? So for that, like we have to copy this XML ID, we have to implement as a groups, right? In a double quote, we have to first add the school as a module name and then after the group name. Now the question is, what about if I have a multiple groups, right? So for that, simple, you can do the comma, right? And after your next group, sorry, next security group name, like this, right? After comma you can add multiple groups. So for that, like right now we will use only one. Okay, so I will copy this one here, then after I will paste here for these three fields. And now I'm trying to upgrade the module, right? So for that, like I will upgrade this module school underscore student. Why? Because we change in the XML side. So for that, I will do here in the editor level changes. If you don't know how to configure Odoo in PyCharm, I already explained. Please check editor level playlist. And now I will try to upgrade the module. It will automatically upgrade this module. Let me refresh the page. Now you can see these three fields gone, right? It's invisible right now. Now what I will do is, like I will go to in my admin user and I'm trying to implement as a low level. Let's see first the low level. Alright, let me refresh the page. You can see still it's not display, right? Let's say I'm trying to add a mid level. I'm trying to refresh the page. You can see still it's not available here, right? And now I'm trying to add admin level. So what happened if I refresh the page? You can see here those three fields visible, Why? Because we added field level security access rights. Now let's say this is the common group for these three fields, right? I will show you another way to add this group. So let's say if we don't want to repeat these groups here, here and here, right? So you can also easily apply group in this group level. So simple, you have to use like this group, then after the groups and the specific group name. So here it means, so what happened here, you don't need to rewrite 3 times this group. And again, I'm trying to upgrade the module and I'm trying to refresh the page. You can say still available, right? Let me change here to a mid level, let's say, and trying to refresh the page. You can see that group also invisible. So this is called a view level changes. Not only the view level, you can apply this group anywhere. Let's say in a notebook level, in a page level, something like this. In a header, you can add something like this. Then after, in a button level, you can also add something like this, right? In a field level also you can add something like that. So that's possible here, and I'm trying to upgrade the module and refresh the page. You can see it's blank, right? Why? Because you can see it's a mid-level group. So let's say I'm trying to add as an admin level and I'm trying to refresh the page. Now you can see like the buttons, then after the notebook, and everything is visible. Why it's blank, right? So we used here as a header, as a group we implemented, right? Let me remove this one as a header level. As a button level we just implemented something like this way, right? And then after, as a notebook level, we implemented something like this. So let me remove from here, and I'm not removing this one as a page level. So you can see there are 1, 2 and 3 pages available, right? You can see. Now I will try to upgrade the module, and now you can see the main changes here. You can see there is no any changes, right? Now you can see here I'm changing the access rights in the user profile. I'm trying to refresh the page, and now you can see the first notebook, the page is hidden. Why? Because that that page having a specific group access right, so that is not satisfied for this user. That's the reason it's hidden, and you can see only 2 pages, right? And here you can see one more button was available previously, but it's not also display. Why? Because the security access rights we implemented on button level. All right, so like this way you can implement in a view level. All right, I hope you understood correctly. So if you have some situations like only specific user, or like let's say specific access rights they want to see, so you can apply this group something like this way. Now let's say, what about the menu level, right? So let me go to here. Alright, so this is a menu here. Now let's say I want to hide this menu. Not only hide, but let's say this menu only accessed by this admin student profile, this one. If I implement, like if this group is available for the specific user, they can only access this menu, otherwise they won't be accessed. So for that, like simple, we can just use here, like let's say groups, and here and the group name, right? So we have to use here groups, and if you have more groups, you can use the comma and the group name. All right, and now I'm trying to refresh the page. I mean restart the service and upgrade the module. I'm trying to go to discuss module, discuss page, trying to refresh the page, and now you can see it's displayed this menu, right? And you can see admin user is available here. Let me add as a blank. Let's say I don't have access rights. So what happens, you can see here. You can't see here that school student menu, right? And let's say if I will add the correct access rights here, so this user can see that menu. All right, so don't confuse here. Another thing is like how to add groups in the filter level. Let's say if we implemented some features, the filters right here, and you want to display based on the groups, that is also possible. Let me search here if we use here any search. All right, so we used here the search school student profile, and you can see here the birth date, right? You can see this birth date is available. Now I want to see birth date, only can see this group by option, like who have admin access rights. So for that, like I will use groups equal to and then after the group name. And if you want to add multiple groups, you can use the comma, something like that. And now I'm trying to upgrade the module. I'm trying to refresh the page. Now you can see this birth date field is displayed, right? Now let's change the group name. Trying to refresh the page, and now you can see it's gone. It's invisible, right? So that is possible using the security groups like this. Let me add the admin profile, trying to refresh the page, and here you go. This option is available. All right. Then after, like you can also add Windows action level, right? So let's say, let me find out the Windows action. You can see here this one, right? The pivot, calendar, Kanban graph, tree, and form view is available. So you can see this, all this information is available. Now what I will do is, like I want to add security in Windows action level. So for that, here we have to add one more field, like let's say group underscore ID, and then after we have to use eval, then after in a main bracket, in a small bracket, we can add here like for comma, and then after ref and the group name. So let's say this group name I want to add, right? So let's say if the user having this group's access rights, then this Windows action can see, otherwise it won't be. So it's after, like it's invisible. So let me upgrade the module, going to in front end side, trying to refresh the page. Oops, we have error. Group ID in oh sorry, it's a groups underscore ID. Let me minimize this one, refresh the page, and here you go. Like I can see here this action. Now let's say I will change the group, right? I'm trying to refresh the page. Now you can see school profile is available, but you can see here still the menu is not visible. But why the previously it was displayed? Because we created this another Windows action, right? So for that one it's visible here, but it won't be visible this menu also. So let me add here as admin, trying to refresh the page, and now you can see the menu also display and Windows expand, right? And now let's say if you want to add groups in a Python level, right, in a Python file, especially in the field level, so that is also possible. So for that, like, and I can go to here in the sorry, not in the school, but let's say here in the student profile. You can see here this is a student profile and we have a lot of fields here. So let's say as a roll number admin user can see. So for that we have to use as a groups, then after equal to in a double quote, and here we have to provide that group name. And obviously, like, let's say if you want to add multiple groups, you can add new group name. After comma you can add another group name, right? So let's say this roll number, and I'm trying to upgrade the module. Now let's say I'm trying to refresh the page. You can see here the roll number is visible, right, this field. And now you can see if I will click to this group, oh, let me remove those access rights in a form level, or else, and plus Windows action level, select the comment, so like this, right? And I'm trying to upgrade the module. Refresh the page. You can see here that field is not visible, right, the roll number. And I'm adding as an admin group here, save, and refresh the page. Now you can see the roll number is displayed. Let's say I'm trying to give a non-access rights for that group, trying to refresh the page, and now you can see here the group also that roll number field also invisible in this Kanban view also, right? And here also you can't see that roll number in a search level also. Here also in any of the views you can't see because we added as a field level, right? And let's say I'm trying to add as an admin, save, and trying to refresh the page. Now you can see here the roll number is displayed like this, right? Plus you can see here the roll number is displayed like this here also. So this is the main difference between Python file and the XML file. If you provide here in the Python level, in a field level, then only this field only accessed by this group only. It also affects this security groups in view level also. But if you provide the view level any of the field, it means the security groups apply within this view only. Alright, so that's the main difference here, and I hope you understood how to implement groups to different views, Windows actions, menus, and Python level in a Python file in a field level. In case you have any doubt related to this topic, please comment below, and see you in next session.